So you've been working on your squats for a little while, and they're coming along just fine, but you know they could be just a little bit better. Well, hey, this video is for you, and we're going to show you how to make your squats better in 3 easy steps: stretch, activate, and integrate. But first things first, we got to see what you're working with. So go ahead and start doing some squats and get a feel for what's tight, what's not tight, what is working, what isn't working, and hopefully we're going to work through that in this video. So once you're done with your squats, let's start this first process with a stretch, the foot smash. Now, a lot of people overlook the foot. They don't think that it's that big a deal what your foot is doing, but it is paramount. So we're going to smash this foot out, and we're going to do 1 minute on each foot. Put a lacrosse ball or something firm underneath the arch of your foot and wail on it. Pause that video. So our second stretch is going to be it's called a bone saw, but what you're doing is you're smashing out the front of your shin. Now, I'm using a foam roller, and it's really just on the outer edge of your shin. It's not right on your shin bone. If you roll over that, it's going to hurt for a different reason. So the first option, you saw that I didn't have a whole lot of body weight on there, and that felt pretty good. But if you can get a little bit more aggressive, try putting the other foot on top of the leg that you're smashing and try to go that route. And if you really want to get after it, go ahead and put both feet on top of each other, and then go ahead and put as much body weight on top of that anterior tibialis muscle as possible. That's your shin muscle. Now, if you don't have a foam roller, no big deal. Just go ahead and grab a lacrosse ball and just wail on it like this. I want you guys to go ahead and spend 1 minute on each shin. Pause the video. Right, so we've got the lower half of your leg. Now let's focus on the knee. You're going to put this lacrosse ball on the inside tendon and the outside tendon. And what we're going to do is you're just going to jam that ball up there, and then you're going to try to drive your knee as far forward as possible. So what this is doing is it's helping, smash our calf, our hamstring, but more importantly, it's helping us increase that space between your knee to give us a little bit more range of motion right at our knee. I want you guys to do 1 minute on each tendon, so 2 minutes each leg. Go ahead and pause the video, get your knee gap in there. So we're still doing our stretches. We're going to move up our leg and smash out your quads. Now, for a lot of us, because we do a lot of sitting, these muscles get very overactive, too active. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that foam roller and we're just going to smash out our legs and just basically steamroll front and back, but then every once in a while, bend that knee just to help increase some range of motion. Now, you can do 2 legs at a time, or you can do 1 leg at a time like I'm doing right here. Now, if you don't have a foam roller, you can always use a lacrosse ball and do basically the same exact thing. I want you guys to go ahead and do 2 minutes on each leg. Smash it out. All right, our next stretch is going to be a glute smash, and we're going to use the foam roller. I'm crossing my left leg over my right, and all I'm doing is I'm helping to laminate my glutes, and I'm trying to go from the bottom of my bottom to the very top of my bottom, basically where my waistband ends. And all we're trying to do is cover as much area as possible, because as we do the sitting during the day, we're going to end up getting these muscles tight and lazy and underactive, and we got to wake them up in order to have healthy, safe squats for our entire life. So if you don't have a foam roller, you can always use a lacrosse ball and do basically the exact same thing. I want you guys to go ahead and spend 2 minutes on each glute. Go ahead and pause the video, smash out your butt cheeks. So we've covered our lower body for the stretches. Now we're going to move up to our upper body, and this is just an easy breezy lat smash. Get your foam roller, lay right on top of that lat, and wave your arm around, bring it front, bring it back. You can do this with the lacrosse ball as well, but it's going to be more aggressive. So spend 1 minute on each lat. Out of all the stretches and smashes we've done, this one may actually feel good. It's just an upper back smash. You're going to take your foam roller and roll over just your upper back where your thoracic spine is. Now, you can do it with your hands across your chest. You can do it with your hands on top of your head, or you can do it with your hands above your head. It's good to change it up a little bit. Go ahead and roll out your upper back for 2 minutes. Step 1 in this process is stretch. Step 2 is activate. And what we're going to start with is we're going to go back down to our foot, and this is called an isometric short foot. All I'm doing is I'm grabbing the ground with my foot. And this helps wake up all the muscles from your toes to your butt. So what I want you guys to do is I want you just to sit here and grab the ground, relax. Grab the ground, relax. If you don't feel it, hold that contraction for a little bit before you let go. Go ahead and do this isometric short foot for 1 minute on each side. We woke up our foot, now we need to wake up our glutes, and this is called a prone hip extension. It's very easy. You lay on the ground and try to drive your heel up to the ceiling. And what you're trying to do is make sure that your butt cheek is doing this work. You can also do this with a bent knee if you feel that more. That's perfectly fine. I want you guys to accumulate 2 minutes on each glute. Pause the video, make it happen. All right, traveling up the chain, now we're gonna wake up our abs. This is called a hollow hold. Start with your feet up in the air and then drop them as low as you can without this getting into your lower back. Now, if you cannot keep your legs out straight and your arms out like this, try bending one knee. If you can't do that, try bending both knees. So long as this is in your abs and not your lower back, you're in the right place. You can move your hands, you can shoot 1 foot out, you can bring both feet out, whatever. So long as you feel it in your abs, you're in the right place. I want you guys to take your time and accumulate 2 minutes of a hollow hold. Don't let your body come undone like that. All right? 2 minutes, pause the video, get it done. This last activation, we're gonna try to get a 2-for-1. We're gonna get that prone hip extension, but we're also gonna try to bring our arms up in a Superman. Now, as you're doing the Superman, remember, we're not trying to bend at your lower back. We're trying to make your butt cheeks pick up your legs and your upper back between your shoulder blades pick up your arms, which means your head doesn't need to move. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to accumulate 2 minutes on this Superman. Now, be careful that you don't just try to pop up as high as you can, because that is me bending at my lower back, and I don't want to train those muscles right now. Pause the video, get them in there. The third step to this process is integration. So we did stretch, activate, and now we're integrating. And these are called donkey squats. It's got several names, but that's what we call it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab the arch of your foot with your thumbs. You're gonna try to bring your butt up as high as you can and try to push those knees back. It'll give you a pretty good stretch out of your hamstrings. And then try to drop your bottom as low as you can, pick your chest up as high as you can, and you're gonna use those elbows to push those knees off to the side. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grab the ground with my feet, just like I did for the isometric short foot. I'm trying to get my glutes as fired up as I did for the prone hip extension. I'm trying to keep my abs just as tight as they were for the hollow holds. And I'm trying to get my upper back as engaged as it was during the Superman. And so I'm just gonna bounce back and forth. I'm gonna hold it down there at the bottom for just a few seconds, get as many muscles tight as possible. I'm gonna bring my butt up to the top, let it stretch out a little bit, and then come right back down. I want you guys to do these donkey squats for 2 minutes. Pause the video and get as many muscles fired up as possible. Very cool. So we've gone through our stretches, our activations, and our integration. Now let's go ahead and retest our squat and see if we are better, same, or worse as the first time we did these. Hopefully you've helped loosen some things up and now your squats are on point. Hey, if this video helped you, please be sure to share it with someone who could use it and subscribe to the channel so you can be up to date whenever we post our videos on Thursday that will help you strengthen your joints and your muscles so you can move pain-free.